Right, so if you're a WWE fan, you probably all know by now that WrestleMania is this coming Sunday, 1st of April. It's going to be massive, really looking forward to it, and I thought I'd give you this video now giving you my predictions on all the matches and all the outcomes. So I've just watched the last Raw before WrestleMania, and there's still one more SmackDown to come, but I can't really see anything major happening on that because usually most of the announcements are on Raw. So SmackDown's just going to be used to like build up a bit more hype to the matches. But yeah, I thought I'd give you my predictions now, seeing as I think we've got all the matches, we know all the matches, and yeah, I'll get straight on with my predictions. First match I'll get straight out of the way is the Divas Tag Team match, which is, I've just got all the list of the matches here, so it's Kelly and Maria Menounos versus Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. I don't know at all who Maria Menounos is. I think this is an American celebrity, but I don't really have a care for this match either. They should have done a Beth Phoenix versus someone for the Divas title, not a gimmicky celebrity match. I don't think that's a good choice at all, but I'll go for Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres for the win. But yeah, moving on, we've got the 12-man tag match. So it's the battle of the managers. So team Teddy Long versus Team John Laurinaitis. So on Team Laurinaitis, you've got David Otunga, Mark Henry, Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, The Miz, and it was due to be Christian, but he was injured by CM Punk in the latest Raw. I think it's a real life injury as well. He's done his neck again, and he's been replaced by Drew McIntyre, which I thought was a bit of a strange decision, seeing as all he's done this year is job. He's just jobs to everyone, and the only win he's got in 2012 is against Hornswoggle. So I don't really think he deserves his place at WrestleMania. I think they could have given that to someone else. But yeah, that's him. That's Laurinaitis' team, and Team Teddy Long is Santino Marella, R-Truth, Zack Ryder, The Great Khali, Kofi Kingston, and announced on the latest Raw, Booker T, which was the big surprise entrant in the team. I'm supporting Team Teddy Long just because I don't really know why, just because you should. Team Laurinaitis is obviously the stronger side. You've got Mark Henry in there. You've got all the up and coming stars in there as well, like Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, The Miz, even David Otunga. He's come on a long way since his Nexus days. So obviously on paper it's going to be Laurinaitis' team for the win, but I can't really see Teddy Long's team not winning this. I think that'll be the real feel-good moment, one of the feel-good moments of the show. But yeah, I think personally, I think Team Laurinaitis will win, but I want Teddy Long's team to win. Next up, we've got Randy Orton versus Kane. I'm not really a big fan of this feud, really, because it's obvious that Orton's been kind of punished for his. I think he had some problems behind the scenes a few months back, so obviously he's getting punished by just having a quick match with Kane. No one's really caring about this match at all, really. Kane isn't scary. They're supposed to be building him up as this big monster, but every time I see Kane I get quite bored. So I think Randy Orton's just going to squash Kane, move straight on. It's not going to be a great match. I don't think it'll be the typical Randy Orton match. So yeah, I'm hoping Randy Orton wins, and I think he will win as well. So it's Randy Orton for that one. Then we've got the Intercontinental title match between Cody Rhodes and Big Show. Been building up quite a lot for this one. Cody Rhodes has been teasing Big Show about how he's embarrassing at WrestleMania, and how all of his WrestleMania moments have just been really embarrassing. Like he had the sumo match, he had the boxing match with Floyd Mayweather, and all that. He's never been good at WrestleMania, so that's built to this feud, and we've got a title match for the Intercontinental title between Cody Rhodes and Big Show. So I think I'm supporting Cody Rhodes in this one. I think he's a great up and coming superstar. He's got the talents, he's got the mic work. He's proved over the last weeks he can do it on the mic. Got great in-ring work. He's worked a lot, and I think going over Big Show at WrestleMania is going to really help his career if he can keep the title again and carry on his long run as the Intercontinental title. That's going to be really great for him. So yeah, I'm supporting Cody Rhodes, and I do think he's going to do it as well. I think this will get him over quite a lot with the fans as well. proving that he can knock down a Big Show, the Big Show, who's someone who's been here many years, all through the Attitude Era, all through that. So it'll be really good for him if he can do that, and I think he will. Then we got the World Heavyweight Championship match, so Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. It's another good feud that I'm quite enjoying. Sheamus is one of my favourites at the moment, and Daniel Bryan really has come on a long way in the WWE. Started off as a little face, he had quite a few fans, and then when he won the Money in the Bank match, he obviously got more publicity, things like that. He was out into the crowds more, and then he eventually won the title, and then he got that gradual heel change. It wasn't just like your average heel change where he's gone and like turned his back on someone or done something like a heel would do. They've made it as if that he's won the title and that's changed him, like all the power's gone to his head and he's just got all arrogant, things like that. And he's got AJ on his side as well, and it's obvious like in that storyline that he doesn't care about AJ and all that. But I'm really liking this feud actually, because obviously Sheamus won the Money in the the Royal Rumble, so he's gone on to challenge Bryan for the title, and I think they're building for a Sheamus win. This is really going to push Sheamus and get him even more over with the fans if he wins this. I think they're building Sheamus up to be the next top face in the company, along with like John Cena, and I kind of think he's going to be taking Randy Orton's reigns, because obviously Randy Orton's dropped right down into the mid cards, and Sheamus has been propelled right to the top main eventer. So I think this is Sheamus's opportunity to win the title, have a good long title run with it, and propel himself to one of the top faces in the company, even though he already is, just to propel himself and keep him there. So yeah, I'm thinking Sheamus is going to win this, and I think it's going to be great for his career, and I still think Daniel Bryan's going to come out great after this. He can go on a good heel run. Hopefully, I think because he's done really well with this, I reckon they'll draft him over to Raw and have him feud in the main event, like maybe with CM Punk or something like that. I think he'll go to Raw because he's proved himself as a really great heel in the company. So yeah, I'm going for Sheamus for the win on that one. Then we got the WWE Championship match with CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. Another big built-up feud, really personal feud. A lot of people were hoping for this feud when it was announced that Chris Jericho was coming back, and I think it has disappointed me a little bit, purely because Jericho hasn't been there much. The past 2 weeks he's been live via satellite, so it's not as intense when they're on the screen. You want them in the ring together. But CM Punk still played his part really well, as you can see on the latest Raw. Hitters like Chris Jericho really got to CM Punk, and he took all his emotions out on Christian, which put him out for the WrestleMania, injured him again. So yeah, it's got really personal rivalry, and I think it's going to carry on after WrestleMania as well, because it was announced today that Chris Jericho signed a contract extension, so he's going to be staying with WWE for a bit longer, and I think they're going to carry on this feud, maybe go along to Extreme Rules, I think it is, sorry, and just carry it on. I think it will as well, and I'm starting to think that Chris Jericho might win this match if they've announced the contract extension, but I don't know. I still definitely want CM Punk to win, because CM Punk is my favourite at the moment. I really enjoy him. I really like the way he's propelled to the top face in the company in a lot of people's eyes, but I don't know. It's a hard one, this one. I want CM Punk to win, but I do think Chris Jericho might sneak it. Then we got the Hell in a Cell match, the big one, with The Undertaker versus Triple H, with Shawn Michaels as the special guest ref. Another big built-up feud. It's gone all the way back since last year's WrestleMania. I don't think they've built it up as much as they could have, because again, it's just been talking. There's been no actual action. We still haven't even seen Undertaker sit with his new hairstyle. He's had his hood up the whole time, so it'll be interesting to see that as well. Again, I don't think the streak's going to end. It comes along every year, and there's people every year that think maybe this is the year that the streak will end, but no, I don't think it's going to end. I think it will carry on. Easy one, I think. I don't know how Shawn Michaels is going to play his part in this match, but I still can't see the streak ending, so yeah, I'm going for Undertaker on that win. And then we got the big one, John Cena versus The Rock. Fans split completely down the middle. You've got your John Cena fans, you've got the Rock fans. been arguably the biggest build up to any match we've ever had in WWE history, bigger than Rock Hogan. It's just massive, really. It's crazy how big this is, and it's even spread across into actual showbiz world. People are talking about it who don't even like WWE. So it's gonna be massive. I admit that I'm a massive Rock mark. Whenever I see The Rock come out, I just get excited. I love it. I love watching him back in the Attitude Era days, so I love watching him back. I admit that he hasn't been his best. He's not as good on the mic as he used to be, but he's still amazing. He's still really got the mic work. I reckon he's going to be great in ring as well still. He showed it at Survivor Series, but we didn't see too much of him on that. But I really do think it's going to be great, and I completely do not know who's going to win this match. On one hand, you've got The Rock, bearing in mind that WrestleMania is in Miami as well. You've got The Rock in his hometown, not going to want to lose. He's going to have the whole crowd on his side, and it's The Rock, really. You want to see him. You think he's going to win just because it's The Rock, but then on the other side you've got Cena, who you know is going to be there after WrestleMania. He is going to carry on, just keep carrying on. The Rock, he's going to go off and film some more films, so he's not going to be here too long, which means that can Cena continue in the WWE the way he does if he loses to The Rock? It's going to squash him really bad if he doesn't win. And if he does win, he's going to be completely over, but he's going to be hated by a lot of people by going over The Rock, especially in The Rock's hometown. So it's a big one, and it's going to be really interesting to see. I think John Cena's going to win it, but I want The Rock to win it. I really do want The Rock to win, and I'm really looking forward to watching it. So that was all my thoughts on this year's WrestleMania, and what I think the outcomes will be. So drop down in the comments what you think the results will be, and let's hope it's a great WrestleMania. I'm really looking forward to it, and I will do another video giving you my thoughts on WrestleMania after it's been aired. So yeah, enjoy WrestleMania, and I will see you in my next video.